I don't know how I timed it, but I delivered my first baby a week after Lehman went bankrupt. So when the world was going to hell, I was basically sleepless, sleep deprived, taking care of a baby 24 hours, 24/7. So it really, grounded me, I have to tell you. But so having said that, it was very interesting to work at an institution which was basically going through the convulsions of the crisis. Now, I'll tell you first the things that everybody knows. The fact that UBS was one of the large banks who had admitted losses. UBS was one of the first banks who went out and actually raised substantial amounts of equity to actually cover ourselves against those losses. And what is less known, and I think I can honestly say, because all the leadership is now gone at the bank, is that there was genuine panic at the bank. Genuine panic at the time, at the highest levels, chairman level, that the bank did things that was unheard of at the time, which was basically calling every single central bank in the world and basically securing liquidity lines before we went out to the world and said that. I think our first announcement was about $17 billion. I lost track. It eventually ended up being $51 billion losses. I don't remember the first announcement, but it was significant amounts of money. So it was very interesting. And I think another interesting fact was how, as Swiss bank, I think it's partly cultural, but mostly because of the regulatory framework that they're used to, how they approach the problem. So the problem was that there was an internal hedge fund in the bank, and there was also the bank's own basically own balance sheet, and the losses were coming from both sides. So I think the bank has done a very good job, and I think acted very decisively about cutting the hedge fund off, immediately shutting it down. We're just going to get to the bottom of this. I thought that was a great decision. It was not an easy decision, but I think I have a lot of respect for that leadership at the time for doing that. And then basically restructuring right away. Before any European bank started admitting even the problems, UBS was already done and over with. Now I'm working with a lot of European banks at this moment, because although the subprime crisis, I call it subprime crisis is still, has been over in the United States, and the bank balance sheets have been cleaned up a long time ago, the European banks are still have not even started, have barely started this process. So I think UBS at that time has done a good job, but my goodness, it was traumatic.